From the station that made country music famous, 650 AM WSM, this is a Coffee, Country, and Cody podcast. Hey, it's Charlie Matos, and in this episode, we visit with legendary radio and television host Bob Eubanks. Bob would share some great memories on his career and talk about a new product he's very excited about, the 60 Up Balance Board. Enjoy our Coffee, Country, and Cody podcast with Bob.
Bob Eubanks was going to guest on the show. Yes! It's been too long since last we have spoken, buddy. Welcome to WSM and to Nashville, one of your favorite places on earth, I know.
Oh, I love your town. I really do. And, you know, like we were talking, I did primetime country, and your music is my music. You know, I was with Merle Haggard for 10 years and managed Dolly and Barbara Mandrell, and I'm a country music nut. That's all I can tell you. I was raised with it.
So what is it? Before we talk specifically about the 60 Up Balance Board, you have come into our lives in living rooms. Even if uninvited, you're still there. You just show up. And still hitting the 3 in the commercials downtown. Bob Eubanks there. You get it to him, you're not getting it back on the pass, Charlie Matos. He's going to shoot the ball, okay? I've seen it in these commercials. But you had an incredible story related to the Beatles in the early years. What was that, Bob?
Well, you know, the Beatles did the Ed Sullivan Show, and 70 million people watched. Mm-hmm. And then they decided to tour America. So I hawked my house and borrowed $25,000 and presented the Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl for 2 years, and then Dodger Stadium 1 year. I think I'm the only living person to have produced a Beatle concert all 3 years they toured. But it was a great time. But, you know, I've had a wonderful career. And what I want to do now, I'm 83 years old. I tell everybody I'm 70 plus shipping and handling. But what I want to do now is I just want to help people live better, and that's what I've been able to do with the 60 Up Balance Board.
And who introduced you to this idea? They came to you, or had you it somewhere along the way and said, hey, I believe in this. I want to be the spokesperson.
I was in the rodeo world for a long time, and I had both hips replaced and back surgery, and I was walking bent over, and I was falling down. And a friend of mine, Dan Metcalf, who was my son's soccer coach, I went over to his house to work out, and during the next month, he invented what is now the 60 Up Balance Board system, and it changed my life in a short period of time. So we decided to take it and help other people, and that's what we've done. And, you know, balance is the number one issue with seniors. And I read this article the other day. You're going to love this one. I read an article in an international medical study that said, if you have good balance, you can extend your life by as much as 8 years. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I was telling Charlie I had to have some PT related to a low back issue. This has been a few years ago. And they put me on something similar to what is represented with the 60 Up Balance Board. You think you got this. You think because you're active and you're fit and all these sort of things, you're eating healthy and try to do the right things, you can hop up on that thing and be balanced. I was quickly surprised at how long, and I mean in a matter of a couple of sessions, you start to get it, and then it's like no problem. But I guess what I'm saying, Bob, is we are not as balanced as we think we are, hence the number of falls that people, as they age, go through.
Well, you got it right, man, but I can put my pants on standing up now. Hey, you know, I'm back playing golf.
Yeah.
I'm taking walks with my family. It just changed my life. And it would make a great Father's Day gift, by the way. So if anybody in your family has balance issues or someone you know has balance issues, just go to the number 60 Up, 60up.com, and take a look at it. Or you can call 800-893-4491. But I will tell you, it will help so much, and I'm so thrilled that I can talk about it too.
Yeah, well, we see you working your arms. You're doing squats, in addition to just the standard balance that's required with the use of 60 Up.
And you know what we've done now? We've lowered the price $100. Plus, people who listen to you will lower it another $10. So you can get it for $239.95, which includes a mat, which includes a 30-day money-back guarantee, and it includes shipping and handling. I'm so happy that we can offer this to people. But for $239.95, man, you can change your life if you're having balance issues.
And again, for those of you watching on television, you can see it as you listen to us on WSM Radio, 800-921-9730, 800-921-9730, or go to 60up.com, visiting with Bob Eubanks. So how long did you do the Newlywed Game?
Well, wait a minute. I want to correct you on that phone number. It's 800-393-4491.
Thank you for the correction. Apparently, you know things I don't about 60-up balance board.
Yeah, it's 800-393-4491.
So let's go back to the Newlywed Game. How long did you...
I am so appreciative to be on your show, man. You know that?
Oh, listen, I've been smiling since I found out you were going to be here. I'm going to share a couple of names here, and you just give me your response. What comes to mind when I say working with Marty Robbins?
Marty was a wonderful performer, sometimes a little difficult to get along with, but he was a wonderful performer, a great, great country music star. And I put him with Merle Haggard, and that was a great show that they had too. But Marty, he was an unusual, wonderful man. I love him.
What comes to mind when I say Dolly Parton?
Oh, I guess managing Dolly Parton is the highlight of my career. And I made a major, major mistake because she came to me and said, "Will you manage me again?" And I said, "Let me go home." And I was having some problems at home, and I went back the next day and I said, "I just can't do it, kid." But in my career, managing Dolly Parton is absolutely one of the highlights because she is a precious angel. Believe me.
One more. Barbara Mandrell.
Oh, Barbara Mandrell was a real performer. She could play 5 different instruments. She didn't write music, but she didn't have to. And she was a hard-working lady. Her sister played the drums in her band, and she was just a great performer. And she got in that terrible accident, I understand, and is not performing anymore, I don't think. But she's wonderful, just wonderful.
Bob Eubanks joining us as we wrap up this morning on Coffee, Country, and Cody. Everybody I have referenced that he's been affiliated with, whether it's the Beatles on the rock and roll side or the country folks that I have mentioned, all of them are in their respective halls of fame. You realize that, don't you? And Bob, one more time for 60-up balance board training and where it is available, how people can get it.
Okay, it's a Father's Day gift. It's a gift for anybody with it. So simply go to the number 60up.com, or you can call 800-393-4491. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate being on your show. Thank you so much.
Have a great day, buddy. And let's see each other more often. Talk more often anyway, okay?
Let's do it.
All right. The great Bob Eubanks on Coffee, Country, and Cody. We'll be right back.
Thanks for listening to our Coffee, Country, and Cody podcast. Our program director at WSM Radio is J. Patrick Tinnell. Our digital producer is Haley Hall. Marketing and promotions director is Amanda Cannon. And I'm Charlie Matos. If you like what you've heard, make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And leave us a review on iTunes. It really does help new people find the show.